What's shaking with y'all, man? What's happening? Pound up. Yeah, right on, right on.
You know the vibes. We got Nisi on the track.
All right, yo, check it out. We beat the hell out of the Vert. That was really the first time that I drove it. The car hasn't really been driven, but going like around the neighborhood after we rebuilt it. So I'm not gonna lie to you and say that I wasn't a little bit iffy with how it was gonna perform. Right? I was fully expecting. I'm just being honest with y'all. I was fully expecting it to explode, to blow up, for it to be in a million pieces. But I mean, I checked over everything and it's fine. The worst that I did to the car was burn the clutch. So I was really hammering it, laying in it. That's not really how I abuse the cars, what you saw from the last vlog, how I was driving it. I typically drive with a little bit more tact, but I was whooping the shit out of the car on purpose because I wanted to see where the stress was gonna break it at, right? If that's a thing. Like, I'm fully comfortable with this thing because I beat the shit out of it enough to know where it likes to be driven at, that it's not gonna let me down, and how I get the best out of it. The Vert, I've typically only used that like a couple of times. All of my homeboys have been driving the Vert. We literally use the Vert like, if you look at Robotech planes, you know what the brown and white plane is, right? There's no coincidence why the car is brown and white. For those that didn't know, that's why. Nerd subject. Anyway, the Vert got its whooping and it stood tall. Now, we burnt the clutch, but I'm not the type of clutch burner that when it's burning, when it's lighting up, you stay in it, you let out. Obviously, the clutch is either overheated or it's losing a little bit of its bite. If you let it cool down, you can go out and do another rip and it's fine. But I kind of wanted to hot lap a little bit more. So I let Jeff drive the car. This is what Jeff said about the car. Let Jeff have a go in it since he put it together. Tell him the first run is the best run, the clutch don't slip.
Are you kidding me? This thing drifts pretty good.
Yeah, it jams until the clutch slips. It's fun, huh?
Yeah, this thing's I didn't think it was going to be this good.
It's fun as shit.
It's better than my car.
We just need a little bit more boost. I think it's fine. Yeah. I myself, like I was riding with Jalen, and I told him I wanted to test the limits of the car. We found what those limits were, and it was pretty cool. It's not bad at all. So I do have a clutch. I actually have another Exidy disc. Fun fact: this came out of the RX-8. RX-8s have the same clutches as these cars. So we're gonna go ahead and replace the clutch on the Vert, and I was told I could adjust the rear. Got hella shit on my hands. I was told I could adjust the rear handbrake on the FC because the handbrake does not work on that car. I know I did grab the handbrake like once or twice, but that's only because the handbrake marginally works on the passenger side. Just a little bit. So it definitely doesn't work when it's sideways. But it only works on this one side. The other side, it doesn't work on. So I was told I could adjust it. I'm going to try that when I put the clutch in. If I could adjust the handbrake to work and get both of them solid to where they work pretty good, I'll rock with that. If not, we've got to throw a hydro in before Winter Jam. It's kind of gonna be my party car, and I'm kind of excited about that, right? Because that car is everything that you would want like a party car or a street car to be. So it's got beat in it. I've got strobes and LEDs all throughout the car. Having the open top is hilarious. Jalen was laughing at the fact that so much dirt was flying in his eyes and his face because, you know, this is what he's used to. That open top is like a whole nother world, so it's actually pretty funny. You can check out some of the footage from the event. We're putting up the car. These are like my initial thoughts of how the car was and everything from the event.
So the joy of this thing is we're about to load it up. You know, it could get out here, it could take a licking, it keeps on ticking, of course. But the funny thing is, like, I hit a cone, which knocked the whole bumper sideways, which put that cone up under the joint, which made me lose a GoPro, but really not a huge deal, like whatever, as long as I can get the footage. Here I was yodeing this bitch. But hella fun. Really didn't do nothing to the car. Car runs fine. Everybody ran over here with fire extinguishers. They saw some steam.
Oh, look, it's that cat.
Yeah. I think I got some. Oh, no, I don't. No, it's fine. It's rotary things, man.
Hey, man.
I know.
The opposite is more common for rotary.
I know.
You didn't know. We gotta make sure.
Yeah, no, it's all good.
It's not hot.
No, it's not hot. I just saw it shooting, so I was like, oh, forget it. And the clutch started slipping. She ain't on fire. Coolant reservoir line just came off, and it just let some coolant steam, because they profiled my rotary. It's all right, Gerald. I ain't gonna let them profile you like that, Cuddy. We know what's happening. You a stand-up individual. But other than that, man, good car. Just take it home. Gonna clean it. Nothing's really broken at all. So nothing's broken. Just a few cone strikes. And ain't nothing that some rubbing alcohol won't clear off of it. And just needs a good wash. And that's it, man. Good track day with this damn thing.
It was hella funny when I hit the cone. Whatever calamity went on, it pulled one of my silicone lines off of the coolant, like the top filler neck, and some radiator fluid shot out and got on stuff. Obviously it's hot, so it steamed, right? The car wasn't hot, it wasn't overheating, just some fluid came out and it made steam. Steam came up through the vents. As I pulled in and parked, everybody's running over with fire extinguishers. I'm like, whoa, hold on, cat, hold on. Y'all are making my car think he did something wrong. He's not on fire. It's just steam, but I feel like it's only because it's a rotary. He wasn't afforded the probability that he wasn't on fire. They just acted like he was straight on fire. And I applaud them for acting fast to fires, because we did see Drift Week. If you don't get on fire quick, the car goes up in flames. Obviously, your event's kind of screwed for a while until the burning car is out and off of the property. But they reacted fast, so that was good. Super applause to them. But come on, man, cut the rotary some brakes, man. They ain't always gonna catch on fire, man. So I felt like that was pretty funny. Simply, the car is just very easy to operate. You just put gas in, check your oil, and that's it. When I got it home, oil is still at the perfect mark. It's right there in the middle of the dipstick. That's where we had it when we started. When I first put the motor together and was driving it around, that's what we got there after whooping on it for the whole day at the event. Obviously the coolant was just slightly low. I think I put in four ounces of fluid, roughly about half of one of the little red cups. That's essentially what I put in it. What else? I just checked over everything, make sure all vacuum lines were good. Because like I said, this is the first operation that we've had with the convertible. So I wanted to make sure that I'm on top of everything, because, you know, I want to give it a fair shake in life. You know what I'm saying? Idle and everything stayed good. She don't have no hard start issues, which I was interested in. The vert seems to be pretty good. I have the fuel on the switch. So you might have to play with the fuel a little bit, but he'll start right up. Other than that, dude, everything seems to be very good with the convertible. As it is raining right now, I should be outside getting a little bit of street drifting footage for you, but I'm gonna chill on that. Not the first rain, but we're gonna get active with y'all. RX-8's gonna love that horsepower upgrade of some rain. But we're just gonna check over the vert a little bit, and we're just gonna make sure he's ready for Winter Jam because, you know, I want to start operating this car a little bit more. Like I said, I don't think LZ's coming to this event, but I feel like I let the convertible get a bad rap because when I let LZ take the convertible, yes, this is the convertible that LZ drove in this video at Winter Jam.
So I'm in Lexus's FC right now, about to finally get it to take it out for a spin. We had some issues. The car was out of gas and then it had a boost leak, but we got it all fixed up. I don't know if it's got a bad battery or bad alternator, but I got a jump box because if it stalls, it's not going to start back up. He said I could take a few laps in it, so I'm excited just to get to drive something else. It'll be my first rotary that I've ever drifted. I drove like an RX-8 around town, but that has no turbos and is boring. So this should be exciting. I'm pretty excited. It doesn't make a ton of power. It's probably like 200 horsepower, I think he said, but should be good enough for some fun. Don't know how the audio is going to be since this is my first time like filming in a proper convertible. Feels cool. I'm excited. The car doesn't have power steering either, so that'll make it interesting. I'm excited though. He doesn't really drive this car much. He just kind of sits and he lets friends take it out. It is smoking a bit of oil, but it's a rotary, so I guess that's normal.
When I let him take the convertible, because I was doing stuff. Like, I was busy driving. I wanted to go drive. I wanted to have fun. I was announcing Team Tandem. I was doing all kinds of stuff, right? And I didn't get a chance to really chill with LZ till later that afternoon and the next day. But it was just like, we had already talked, and I told him, you know, before he had got there, I said, yeah, you can take the car and go do whatever you want with it. He, because he's a good dude, he felt like because I didn't drive the car too much, so I told him it's going to smoke for a little bit. Once it gets warm and fully operational and everything, it's going to stop. Feel free to beat the shit out the car, right? Like, have fun, have at it. And he just didn't feel right when it smoked. I guess the level of smoke was intimidating to him because it had a bad turbo seal. And once the turbo got hot enough, the seal closed off everything and it stopped smoking. So he just didn't have the greatest experience with it, and I feel it. I understand him. At that time, he's very new to drifting. One of his homies let him drive a car, and he don't want to fuck up the car, and it was, you know, I get it. Other people let him drive their car, so he ended up having a good experience, but me, myself, I know how I want that rotor to react, so I'm just going to tidy it up, make it all, I mean, what do y'all think, yo? Should I make the practice car clean to this tier? This car is immaculate. There might be a little bit of dust on the dashboard inside because I like to keep the windows open when I drift. I like moving air inside the car, but that's really all. And my TEs are beat up. I can get those repowder coated, and this car is immaculate after that, right? Do I do that kind of level of love on the vert, on the practice car? I mean, the dash is kind of sun-boiled. There's a couple of little broken interior pieces here and there throughout the years. I noticed the shifter was a little bit sloppy, so I'm gonna probably replace the bushing in the shifter so that it can feel like this and like the RX-8s. The RX-8s are like direct slot, like there's no fish around looseness. I don't know. Should I give it that kind of attention to detail and love and care? I mean, I don't know. Let me know. Drop that in the comments. Like, would it benefit me to make the practice car like epic clean? Who knows? You know, maybe that's something I need to do so that I care about it more. You know what I'm saying? I do care about the car a lot, though, as it is, but maybe making it super clean will make me care about it that much more. But anyway, I had a really great time getting back into drifting, seeing what my hands is like. I'm still pretty quick. I've not lost a step. The only thing I know for a fact that the vert needs is a bucket seat, and I might go with a bigger steering wheel. Because I have power steering cars originally, and I take the power steering out of them, which leaves a powered rack depowered, which makes your steering tougher than a non-power steering car. I don't know. We might make this car, it might get taken up off a practice team. It might get put to B team. Who knows? We'll see. Thank y'all for the conversation in the live chat when the premiere of the other video dropped. I learned a lot about y'all and what y'all want from me. And I feel like we can make this relationship work. So stick with me. I got you. I got y'all. I'm going to make the content that I want, like we talked about. There was a very, very, very healthy relationship, very healthy conversation between you and I, us, all of us. So I understand that y'all are here for what I want to provide. So I'm going to provide what I want to provide. We're going to bring this channel back to life. And we're going to do some really dope shit. So like I said, I got my girl, got my boy, I got the kids. We're about to do some dope shit here. So it might be wintertime, it might be raining, but the rain makes everything 1,000 horsepower. You dig? So I'm going to check y'all in a minute, all right? I'm out.